easy, but at the same time also kind of confusing. Let's talk about all the ways how you can build your React Native application with Expo, including local builds, EAS, Android Studio, Xcode, and everything that you can do. Hey everyone, what's up? Simon back here with another tutorial on clarifying what you can do with Expo in your React Native application. We're gonna do, but just how. Now, here things get a bit more complicated because the Expo I won't have to follow up the commands, so I don't want to mess up the command. Let's do a new terminal, npx run ios -- device. Then I could build straight to my connected device. And by the way, this should now also work over the network, so you don't even have to connect your device to your computer. One caveat, you need a Mac that in general, okay? So you don't need true or false at the end, you just need npx expo pre-built clean. This will basically wipe out your iOS and Android folders in your project and do a new clean pre-build. Here's the project coming up in your development control. You have to understand what SDK versions and plugins that you can build and run npx expo. Then you project with Expo, because usually this is now enough to debug and develop your application, because the pre-build you can use. And of course, at the same time, we could launch Android Studio, and within Android Studio, we could do something similar. Actually, I will open Android Studio because it takes like ages to open the stuff. So let's bring in the Android folder here and click open in Android Studio. Yes, I trust that project. And then let's put this to the background because this takes some time to initialize. In the meantime, Xcode is building, well, we just built the application, the React Native application through Xcode, but this app is still pointing to our we have live application. So that means release my emulator or whatever device that I select up here. However, we're gonna run into the same trouble using a and you're gonna see by default it is set to this device. And cool thing, it's coming up with my devices here. Pretty cool. Same thing is almost true for Android. So for Android, what you could do is npx expo run Android and then using -- variant release. Okay, instead of configuration release on Android, it's usually called a variant. Then you would build your at least I hope so. Okay, which platform would you like to configure? Let's say all. But usually if you're an agency, a company that's serious about that stuff, you would usually upgrade your account. So easier, have like earlier, if you want to build for iOS, Windows -- environment. Nah, it's almost finished. Ooh, nice. We're already installing the pods. I'm on a high priority queue today. And this, what's going on here is exactly the same thing. So yeah, select devices. I've included all the devices. Would you like to set up push notifications? No, don't want this again. So after a lot of questions, it will, as I said, I'm gonna show you sneaky side. And it makes things once again a bit easier. So regarding EAS, you need to configure your project with EAS. Then you need to build your build store. Do mention one egghead that you need, but this one is free. Apps with Expo the different ways. We've talked about Expo Go, the easy way, Expo pre-build once you use your own native modules and need more freedom than Expo Go, how you can use and leverage Android Studio and Xcode to build your applications locally, to create archives or even submit your application if you're on Windows.
Dari mana coklat Kinder berasal?
Dari sumber kakao yang bertanggung jawab. Camilan kecil dengan kepedulian besar.